Hello, my name is Edith Waters, and I would like to provide you with a short presentation on NFPA 1600 and how it is shaping emergency management. First, I will provide a brief summary of the National Fire Protection Agency, which is responsible for the creation of NFPA 1600. The NFPA is an international nonprofit organization founded in 1896 and currently has over 8,000 members in more than 100 nations. Its mission is to reduce the worldwide burden of all hazards on the quality of life by providing and advocating codes and standards, research, training, and education. Today, the NFPA 1600 is one of NFPA's most widely implemented standards. Now, a brief history of NFPA 1600. In 1991, the Disaster Management Committee was established to develop documents regarding the preparedness for, response to, and recovery from disasters resulting from natural, technological, and human hazards. As a result, the first edition of NFPA 1600 was presented in 1995 and was entitled Recommended Practice for Disaster Management. In 2000, a second edition was released. This revised edition incorporated a total program approach and effectively changed NFPA 1600 from a recommended practice to a standard. As such, NFPA 1600 was renamed Standard on Disaster Emergency Management and Business Continuity Programs. The 2004 edition updated terminology and included the addition of significant informational resources within the annexes. Also notable in 2004, the 9/11 Commission formally recommended the adoption and use of NFPA 1600 as a national standard for preparedness. This has spurred increased awareness about NFPA 1600. In 2007, a fourth edition was published. This edition identified prevention as a distinct aspect of emergency management, in addition to preparedness, response, recovery, and mitigation. This brought NFPA 1600 in line with other practices of risk management and prevention. The reorganized and expanded 5th edition, released in 2010, follows typical program development process and is consistent with continuous improvement. Chapters 4 through 8 address program management, planning, implementation, testing and exercises, and program improvement in detail. Annex C also now includes a self-assessment checklist to help evaluate a company's conformity with the standard. The goal of NFPA 1600 is to provide a guide for emergency managers around the globe in the private, public, nonprofit, and NGO sectors when developing emergency response plans. The scope of the NFPA 1600 is to establish a common set of criteria for all hazards, disaster, and emergency management and business continuity programs. Its purpose is to provide the fundamental criteria to develop, implement, assess, and maintain the program for prevention, mitigation, preparedness, response, continuity, and recovery. Development of the NFPA 1600 by the Technical Committee has been in conjunction with NEMA, IAEM, the DHS and FEMA, DRII, and the ACP. The DHS has also published a brochure entitled Every Business Should Have a Plan, which is based on NFPA 1600. The standard has been recommended by the 9/11 Commission and referenced in the Safety Act, 2 federal laws, and the National Intelligence Reform Act. NFPA 1600 can also be used in coordination with other NFPA codes and standards to assist in NIMS implementation in the NRP. NFPA 1600 also provides the foundation for EMAP. The next NFPA 1600 edition will be released in 2013. You can view more information on it at the NFPA website, and the Emergency Management Forum website has a handy PowerPoint created by the Technical Committee. There are also opportunities for the public to comment on the document, so feel free to submit your own input online. And here's a listing of the resources I drew my information from. I encourage you to explore them on your own. This concludes my presentation on NFPA 1600. I hope you found the information useful. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.